Hello, everybody. I'm happy to present you our study on social and organizational barriers to the digital transformation of urban drainage systems. My name is Jörg Rickermann from ERWAG, and I'm presenting you this work on behalf of my co-authors, and especially on behalf of Liliane Manni, who is doing her PhD on the subject but cannot be here today. To jump in, I show you a picture of a combined sewer overflow in the eastern part of Switzerland. This is quite an expensive infrastructure, which in the past has been operated without any monitoring equipment, just as is. It works normally like this. When it rains, the water level raises, and like the raw sewage overflows over this weir crest into Lake Constance. Interestingly, now you can see since several decades, several years, like more and more of these infrastructures are being equipped with monitoring devices. Here, like it has a water level gauge. On the back, you can see like a water threshold detector. And more performance data from urban drainage systems are available in general at Swiss utilities. Regarding like this structure, the operator is using the data like for daily business, like also cleaning the things after like overflow has been occurred. And interestingly, it has appointed like Mr. Frank Lückele to compile the overflow data into key performance indicators, for example, yearly CSO volumes. So bottom line is that the utilities, not all, but some in Switzerland, use performance data for operational purposes. Now the interesting question was, why is this not like the case all across Switzerland? And we were asking ourselves, how do authorities in Switzerland deal with such data? And in particular, do they use the data in performance assessment? And if not, why? So the focus of our study was specifically to identify barriers to the evaluation of data from sewer systems at the level of Swiss sub-state authorities. And the broader context where we collaborated with the political scientists from ERWAG is that this is relevant to also finding barriers to utilizing data by public infrastructure actors in general. So what did we do? We performed semi-structured interviews and qualitative comparative analysis, specifically a fuzzy set, QCA. And QCA is a data analysis method which is based on set theory. It uses Boole algebra to relate conditions to certain outcomes. And it is not a probabilistic statistical analysis in that sense, but it has been developed for situations where the data sets are too small to perform linear regression analysis with many variables and too large for individual case studies. And the conditions we extracted from our interviews and we investigated in detail were a lack of vision on the individual level of the worker at the authority, like a lack of resources and a lack of digitalization culture on the organizational level, and administrative fragmentation on the institutional or geographical level. And what we were particularly interested in is what the outcome that performance data from sewers were not requested by the authority and not analyzed. The results, we found that the barriers are a lack of vision at the individual level and lack of resources at the organizational level. So the authorities which showed these characteristics had a strong relation to not analyzing the data. On the other hand, that the no data evaluation could not be attributed to a lack of digitalization culture or the administrative fragmentation. And one important finding is that multiple levels should be considered when analyzing how public actors deal with such performance data. If this is interesting to you, please have a look at our recent publication in Policy Sciences, which has just been accepted a couple of days ago. Also, please get in touch with me or with Liliane Manni if you have any questions. Thank you very much.